Believe the Nigerian media at your own peril. Don't forget that it was the Nigerian media that came out some days ago to tell us that the Port Harcourt refinery is functioning. But when we dig in, we found out that it was all lies. Now they are telling us that Simon Ekpa is in the toughest prison. You know, he is in the wing where killers are rapists. I mean, these are all lies. Don't forget that Nigeria is what we call a propaganda machine. It was the same propaganda that this Nigerian used when the Biafran war was ongoing, when they were lying, saying that the Biafrans were cannibals. You know, they were just postulating all manner of lies here and there to tarnish this ideology called Biafra. But lo and behold, there is nothing that will stop the struggle. Because this struggle is built on truth, is built on equity, is built on justice. If Nigeria wants Biafra to work with them, then Nigeria must be restructured. It has been said over and over again. It doesn't matter if Simon Ekpa is taken out of the picture. It doesn't matter if Nnamdi Kanu is taken out of the picture. It doesn't matter if they formulate all manner of lies against Bianca Ojukwu. They say that it is Dr. Ngozi Arabueze who is selling information to the Nigerian government. It doesn't matter. For as long as Nigeria is not working, for as long as the Nigerian government wants to keep running by propaganda, instead of giving them what we call dividends of democracy, giving the Nigerian people dividends of democracy, the Biafra ideology will forever exist. Even when Nigeria is okay, people tend to gravitate towards their tribe. Look at what Kemi Badenoch just recently said, that she is more of a Yoruba than a Nigerian, because there is absolutely nothing about the Nigeria entity. There is nothing. It's all a sham. It's like a concentration camp where people are being tortured and oppressed by a minor few, a major few who call themselves oligarchs, the Fulanis, and their cohorts in the south, who are working together to carry out their dastard and evil agenda against the Nigerian poor masses. So when they tell us that, I just, this morning when I just decided to go through the dailies, the headlines, and then I found it. Let me read it to you. This is from Punch newspaper. They're saying, remanded leader of the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, he is not even a IPOB member. You can see this is how they pass false information. Simon Ekpa has said it over and over again. I am not a member of the IPOB. My own unit is the BRGIE, Biafran Republic Government in Exile. Simple. He has always said this. Now, they say Simon Ekpa is being held at, Kalmakoski Vankila, one of the worst toughest. I mean, these are the judgmental lies. They just, let me tell you why they are doing this. The major reason why they are doing this is to, kill the hope. That hope, that enthusiasm, that, happiness that this ideology, this new nation is growing, gaining popularity, is troubling them. So they will do everything possible to tarnish the image, to suppress, and then to do everything possible to just frustrate the Biafrans' advocates and followers and supporters. So they are using all manners of lies to discourage people, so that people will say that I am totally tired. Let me go and face it. We are not going to face anything about Nigeria. For as long as the Nigeria as a country is not ready to serve its people, if a Nigeria where the senators are not ready to sacrifice, a Nigeria where the president is not ready to sacrifice, a Nigeria where the state governors are not ready to listen to the people, nobody will believe in this country. Every day people are being recruited into what we call the anti-Nigerian camp, because there's no hope. Absolutely nothing. For 2 years now, the president Tinubu has not have what we call a media briefing or a citizen to president engagement. Nothing. It has always been the who's and who's. The who knows. These are the people that the president has been what? Have been speaking to. The people who are sycophants, who are always saying Tuale Baba, Tuale Baba. He has not taken it, he has not thought it deemed to say that, okay, let me go to the streets, let me go to the southeast, let me have a summit with the common people, let me see if these guys can tell me what the grouse is. What is that thing that they have issues with, so that I can listen to them firsthand and I can relate, so that I can provide, local solutions. No, a man that a country whereby the president, they spend most of their days outside rather than inside, and then you are telling me Simon Ekpa has been arrested. It's not going to work. But let me now go back to the issue going right now within the cabinet. I am calling all the cabinet members who were inaugurated by Simon Ekpa to be very careful. Greed, they say, is the greatest enemy of progress and peace. Greed, they say, is what leads many people into destruction. I can see what is going on. There's so many discordants, dissenting voices. So many people are against Orabueze. There are some people calling themselves cabals, that they are the custodians of Simon Ekpa. This struggle is above you, Sonny Akparawa. This Biafra struggle is above you, so-called cabals, who are hell-bent. You guys call yourselves male chauvinists. You believe because the COS, the chief of staff, is a female, you don't want to listen to her, you don't want to work with her. So you guys are going around trying to undermine her efforts, right? You guys are doing everything possible to make her look stupid. You guys are doing everything possible to frustrate the struggle. You guys have forgotten that this is all about the struggle of not just one person, but the struggle to emancipate not less than 40 to 50 million people. And people like us who also believe in, this country, let me tell you, if this country is not ready to work, then it has to be splitted. Period. And Nigeria will not be the first country to go through that. Look at what's going on in Sudan. Sudan was the largest country in Africa, if they are not still the largest as we speak. However, it has been divided now. Now we have the Southern Sudan, where their tribes are different, and they are majorly Christians. So you can see now that South Sudan, they are having that progress, consistent progress and advancement in their livelihood, in their development. Why? Because they decided to go their separate ways. And don't forget that the Sudanese civil war amongst themselves didn't go on for just 1 year. It lasted for almost 4 decades. Until the international bodies recognized and they went into a referendum and everybody had to go their ways. So if Nigeria is not ready to look into the internal friction, conflicts, we have religious conflicts, we have ethnic conflicts, yet you think it is by propaganda you just want to keep discouraging people who believe in the Biafran struggle. You are just going to fail, because every goddamn day Nigeria seems to disappoint and people keep getting recruited into what we call the anti-Nigerian camp. So Simon Ekpa being in a prison is even way better than him being repatriated. A Simon Ekpa currently in Finland, no matter how they want to lie, because I know Simon Ekpa is just being interrogated for anti-money laundering accusations, and And these are the machinations of Nigerian government who have, clandestinely pushed illegal funds into the Biafran account, according to my investigations. So do not be deceived, Biafrans. Now the declaration has been made. Now is the time to intensify your what? You advocating, you lobbying, you speaking to other world powers. You Biafrans, cabinet members, the ministers right now are not supposed to be arguing for money. They are not supposed to be arguing for a leadership role, because a structure was actually laid down before Simon Ekpa was called for investigations. The chief of staff, as it were, is the highest member of the cabinet, right? Because she was rightfully anointed by the Simon Ekpa man, and she has every right to take some key critical decisions. Even if you guys have any internal, rebels, you guys are supposed to sort this out on a round table and not just going on various platforms. Yesterday, I was in a Twitter space and I was there for over 8 to 9 hours. These same cabals, so-called cabals, they were there arguing. They were just cursing themselves like secondary school students, saying all manner of nonsense, saying that Dr. Ngozi is trying to, personalize. She's not trying to personalize everything. This is a woman who has been accountable. I mean, for the past 2 to 3 months that Simon Ekpa has been in detention, she has been accountable, transparent, working with the people, talking with the people, getting across to the people in the field, getting across to the locals. But instead, we to have focus. They are allowing confusion to divide them. Greed is now setting in. It is very unfortunate. It is highly unfortunate. Now, let me go back to the body of this, of this story. They said the high security prison is in Ekpa, Finland. The Finnish government had announced the arrest of Ekpa alongside. This is a story we know. They said the Finnish police confirmed that Ekpa, who described himself as prime minister, has been used social media to promote violence targeting civilians. According to, these are all lies. Nothing new here. Why is the Nigerian government not providing a picture of Simon Ekpa in that prison? Why is the Nigerian media, why are they not giving us a pictorial evidence or a video evidence that this is Simon Ekpa in one of the most formidable prisons in Finland? You should know, you all should know that this is pure propaganda. Nigerian government does not even have an hand in his current detention. For your information, Nigerian government does not even have an influence upon the arrest of Simon Ekpa. But you know how it works. They just want to take the glory. They want to look formidable. Nigerian government and Nigerian army immediately, jump on the news, and, Colin Musa was saying, yes, we were responsible. No. The Finnish government, haven't seen some monies that came into the Biafran account, decided to go and check what is going on. And the Biafrans have provided nothing less than 10,000 evidences of how they are being maltreated, maimed in thousands right here in Nigeria. So this is a battle between the just and unjust. This is a battle between the brute and the what? And the bullied. This is a battle between the oppressor and the oppressed. This is a battle of equality. This is a battle for humanity. This is a battle between the tyrant, and the enslaved. And I believe Finland tops as the most, justice conscious nation in the world. Finland is known as the most, sophisticated country that supports what we call human rights. So they don't just listen to people who will just come push unnecessary propaganda. They believe, yes, they can lie. This is not Africa, right? I know how the Nigerian government have done everything possible to try and repatriate Simon Ekpa, but they rejected it. They said, this is our son. Our son will be treated in our own way if we find him guilty, by the way. If we find him wanting, we will deal with him according to our own ways. We will not let him come back to that place because we know you guys will do and undo. And within months, we might hear that Simon Ekpa has been unalive. But this guy was in our military for a period of time. This guy is married to our daughter. This guy, his children are citizens. So we are not going to deny him. We are not going to push him down to that hellhole. No, no way. So, so they are doing everything, and they are panicking. They are panicking because Biafra has taken Nigerian government to ICC, International Criminal Court. So you see, now they don't have any weapon to use against the Biafrans. All they want to start doing is just let us pass the false narrative. Let us get them confused. Let them get them scared. Let us get them, distracted and destabilized and demotivated. Maybe perhaps they will hang the flag. But you know what? I have been seeing the Biafran flag flying almost in all the states in the southeast. I've seen it. So, in fact, the more they bring these things, the more motivated the Biafran seems to be. So, the Nigerian government, if they want a solution, it's not by this caricature of propaganda and lies. It is by they offering good governance. It is by they understanding that we are ethnic differences. We must have a table talk. We must have a round table discussion. Just as Zoogeria has always been preaching, we must have that referendum. It is critical. At this stage of the Nigerian government, 64 years after independence, we cannot find a local solution to our internal issues. And we are saying some people should not be agitated. And we are saying that some people should not seek to separate. When they can see clearly that their natural resources, their oil, gas is being filtered away. They are being given the meager amount from the revenue. I don't think this can be accepted anywhere in the world, if not in Nigeria. We have been too patient. We have been too tolerant. It is an aberration that my own property you carry up, go give some people who are not even in any way close to me. These are people who are 1,000 miles away. You now give them the lion's share. You took 100 million away from me. You now gave me 5 million. You're not giving those, who are not even in any way related to me. You share to them 95 million and you want peace. It's not going to happen. We must have that discussion. We must be able to iron it out. We lay out, this is what we are. This is what we are. If we must live together, we must take away Sharia law. If we must live together, what I make from my own region, this is the percentage I have. The 13% derivation is not enough for me. I want 40%. I want 50%. If you are not okay, this is what I want. Let us come here, 35%. After 5 years, we'll increase it to 40%. After 10 years, we'll increase to 45%. And that is it. But if we cannot have such conversations, there cannot be peace and harmony. Many people will always come out, different sects will come out and say they are tired of this contraption called Nigeria. Thank you. If you are just joining us, please kindly like, subscribe, and share this program. Bye for now.